Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Gina, and welcome to one of the messiest desks I have had in a long time. Today I'm going to be doing a Scrapbusters Challenge. This is by Melina Pilot, and I will have her channel linked below. Every week on Thursday, I think, she does an Scrapbusters video, and it's a challenge to use your scraps, and I really loved last week's challenge, and I've been trying to get to doing her challenges again. I used to do them every week, and you know, the whole song and dance about my husband's accident. I got out of doing some of the things that I really love to do. So I'm going to do this one. I was trying to think of how to do it, and I thought, you know, I have this box. Some of my favorite products they have their own little organization. This one is a box full of 10 volts single sheets of papers. So we're going to set this aside. It's a heavy one too. What this is right here is all scraps, pieces of paper that I have cut into. Oops, I need to move these over here. And I also have out my people and then other little goodies that I might dig into. And in here is my book. I've showed this before. I got this idea from Wonderfully Handmade Crafting on YouTube. She is a Bible journaler, and I got this idea from her. And you go through and you stick all of your ephemera in here, and I use this now. But so this week the challenge is to use your scraps, lace, and labels to make little pieces of ephemera. So that's what I'm going to do. I've got a little bit of lace out, but I've got my whole drawer of lace behind me, and I've got a baggie of lace here that I got at a thrift store that I wasn't really that impressed with. But if I'm just using little pieces, it never made it to my drawer, any of my drawers of lace, but it was sitting there. So I'm going to set this over here to the side, and what we do is we put it on this piece of paper. I'm trying to figure out where to put things here. Oh no, that's going to make that tip. Bad idea, Gina. Bad idea. Get that lace out of my hand. Okay, I've got my glue gun plugged in over here, and it's kind of... I've also got some scraps, like cheesecloth, and this cheesecloth that I put multi-matte medium on to make it really stiff. I was using this matte text and ledger last night. I have it out still. It's got some scraps and stuff in there. I didn't know if that might come in handy. I have some stickers that I showed before, a bag that I put stickers in from my massive collection of stickers that I thought would be good for journaling. I took some of those out. This is my little envelope that I put scraps when I tear off for journaling. These are the edges, and I thought, you know, some of those might really come in handy too. That's what I have out, so we're going to start with this. We're just going to layer up some... I don't know where to put this one. I'm out of room. I'm totally out of room. My desk is too small. Here, scoot this over. Is it still in your view? Yes, this is in your view. Yes, it is. Okay. So we just make little, about 6 of them probably on here. So let's see what we're going to start with here as a base. I know we're going to want some tickets. I don't want that I thought a bingo card. Definitely a bingo card. Let's just clip this one off here. Get my scissors. Definitely want a bingo card as a base for one of them. Do a bingo. This was my least favorite. I don't know. We'll definitely do some numbers in there. Oh, here. Here. Let's do... Gonna do this one. This map one down here, or this one. That one would be cool. We'll leave the numbers on that, of course. First I thought it went with the other one, and I was going to leave it with it, but it does go with that one. And you know I love that one. Let's do that one too. I'm going to have some square ones, aren't I? But that's okay. Doesn't mean they'll end up square. Cut all the way. Okay, now we're going to come up with two more. Let's see what else we can find. Ooh, I like the license plate. License plate would be a good one to add a map to. I think my husband forgot that I'm recording. He's on the phone. He came inside and got on the phone. That one would be fun. Maybe we'll use that one. Maybe do one little peek through here. Oh, looks like I got a 6 by or 8 by 8 pad in there. Did not mean to do that. There's still more. There's a lot of 4 pieces in here. I don't need to do that. I'll get these out of here because I don't want to accidentally use those. It's about scraps. Oh, a calendar might be neat too. Could do that. Could just take this July, that's right in the middle here. Although I really like the cars. We'll use the cars. Okay, so now, get these out of here. And where did I put the maps? Because we know we want some maps. Okay. Here's the map that I used. Okay, let's see. This one might be a little bit of a big cluster. Tearing the wrong way. Oh well. Tear it right here. Tear it right there. That is a terrible tear. We're going to take this and do this, because that is terrible. Okay, I gotta get rid of some of this white on here. I like some white, but that's a lot of white. And let me grab something here. Those old cars, the edges just look too good on this for those old cars. Okay. I hope this is big enough. I mean, I hope my page is big enough. I guess I don't have to leave these like rectangle. I can cut things down some. Let's cut this one down. Let's tear it down. And again, with the white edges, I gotta learn to tear the other way. Tear away from myself instead of towards myself. I first started tearing when I was scrapbooking, and we liked those edges on our cardstock, especially if we're using that one cardstock. I can't remember what it was, but it would have a different color on the inside. Okay, here we go. There we go. There we go, guys. There we go. Okay, that looks cool. Okay, now what to do with the rest. Let me set this over here. Bingo. Maybe where's this? Maybe that does not work. That does not work. Maybe a ticket with bingo. Let's cut out a ticket. I'll just cut out this admit one. Ticket. And I like to use these little scissors on the end here. Ticket. And oh, look. Let's cut that out with it. I learned this online, but I like to do this with my circles. And then you just go through and beat up the little straight edges you cut. And it makes it much easier to get a better circle. Not a perfect one ever. At least not when I'm cutting it. better. That one didn't work very well. It's kind of hard to see the edges of this number. It's not a perfect number by any means. There we go. Okay, and why don't we put a picture with this one? Let's put her with this one. Let's rough it up. I want to put a picture with that one too. Maybe we'll put a guy with that one and put her with this flower. So we'll put her with that one and this guy right here with that one. Round corners on that one. Corner rounder out. Okay, there it is. I couldn't see it there for a minute. Should I make it a little bit smaller? No, I'll leave it that way. I want to do the 1/2 inch. Makes it a little bit smaller than it was. Yeah. Okay. Maybe put a letter. We'll do a F with him. Maybe he's a Frank. Trying to see what else I got in here because I'm kind of just looking at the top things here. Not seeing what else is in here. Got some Coca-Cola things. Ooh, a Coca-Cola would look good with the bingo one, wouldn't it? Could put a sarsaparilla, it's on the end. It doesn't really show it very good though. None of them on the end show it very good. I'll get my little scissors to cut this one out. It's been a beautiful fall day here. Oh, it's been so nice. In fact, I'm wishing right now I didn't have a heavy sweatshirt on because it's gotten warm in the house. I take our dog to the our lady that does her nails today. She's so funny, our dog. As soon as I got to the stop sign by her house, she started whining and started crouching down in the floor. She was up on my husband's lap. And then we got there and she started getting down on the floor hiding. She didn't want anything to do with it. And then I couldn't hardly get her out of the van. And then I couldn't hardly get her in the house. It was so funny. She just wouldn't have anything to do with it. Like, oh my goodness, come on, Mitzi. These are all, looks like hotels. Maybe I'll put a hotel on there. Which one? Look at this neat shape right here. I like the shape of it. But she's really good when we go in. She just gets up on the table reluctantly. That's her clip, and she shivers and shivers and shivers the whole time. But she doesn't fight her at all. She doesn't even have to put her on the thing, you know, I just hang on to her. And then as soon as she puts the nail clippers on the table, Mitzi backs back into me and like, come on, get me off of here. Oh, what I'm going to do with this one. I haven't quite decided yet on that one, have I? Oh, here, we could put one of these pictures on there. That would be cute. It says watches, clocks, and jewelry. We could put this dude here, or these people. Let's put this one. I like this collection. All these old pictures are cool. Okay, I'll put that right there over that thing. That'll be neat. I'm afraid if I put it over there in that pile, it'll fall off. Oops, there's the big one of that one. Oops, there's a fuel. I could put the fuel with his little car there. Stardust in. Let's do that. There. I don't know if I want the Stardust in or not. I'll go ahead and cut it out. Let's see. The problem is it's the same shape. It was a little bit different shape. I don't know. I'll leave it there. Oh, here though, we've got, where is he traveling to? Where do we want him to travel to? Let's have him go to Oregon? Let's go to Oregon. I don't know why. Oh wait, that says Maryland on that Stardust in, but I don't think there's a Maryland on here. Nope, there's not. We'll have him go to New York. We'll go to New York. I can't get it out of there. Okay. New York it is. New York. He's going to New York. There. That looks kind of cool. Okay. I don't know what this other one's doing either. There's another whole sheet of paper. And another one, and another one. Although, let's see. We're gonna cut an elephant over here. Put an elephant on there. I don't know why, but an elephant is going on there. Oh, that would look cute on there too, but there's no room. That one is full. Clocks. Bingo again. Let's see. Let's put this on there with her. This little piece of paper here. It's just a little, like a receipt thing. We'll just put that right there with her. Okay, I have nothing on there. Nothing at all. Oh, well that could be, did I see something else that was, I did, didn't I? Didn't I just see something that was traveling? Yes, I did. Right here. This was traveling. That can go, well here, we're gonna tear it down and put it on there. Go on there. That's about traveling. There we go. Okay. So I think we're kind of good on that, and then I will start on layering some other stuff on here. Oh, maybe a stamp. Let's put a stamp on this one. But I could get my real stamps out and do that. Let's do that. Oh, there's some cool ones too. Let's do this. I need to bring you guys in, move where I'm setting this, and move you guys in so you can see better, I think. Because you probably are having a hard time seeing even what I'm doing. Okay, let's scoot this up. Let me move that. Crooked. Okay. Okay, there we go. Now, I need to ink some of this stuff up real quick like. Get my ink thing here and my brush. So I've been working on my family tree all day. I made a huge boo-boo the other day. my daughter and I were we were talking on FaceTime, and I was looking at it and talking to her, and I noticed that somehow it had in it my biological mother's sister as my mom. And I clicked remove because that's not right. It deleted my entire family tree. I'm not joking. So now I'm in the process of doing the entire thing again. And then I made a mistake on it, and it's been bugging me because I'm like, this isn't right. It's like her maiden name, her father's last name. It stopped at my great-great-grandfather, and I thought, I have made a huge mistake because it went way, way back in the 1500s when I had it done before. And I just kept thinking, I did something wrong. So I looked and looked and looked and looked at it today while I found that I had accidentally clicked on the name, like it was Nathan and the last name, but I clicked on one that had an L in it. Everything was the same except for there was an L in it. That's not right. There's not supposed to be an L in it. And so it abruptly stopped because that guy had no mother or father listed. I was like, okay. So now it goes way, way back. I found the end of that line right there. But I've still got a ton to do. Because I only went back on that exact name. I still got all kinds of stuff to do. But anyway, I thought, oh my goodness, one little mistake and you just totally mess up your tree big time. But I know I'm right. Like, it's got the true lines on there, and the true lines weren't showing up, and before the true lines showed up for way, way back. And I thought, the true lines aren't even showing up. And my DNA thing wasn't showing up on my mom, and I was like, something's just not right. I'm doing something very wrong here. I was. So, but I'm having fun, because being adopted, I've never been able to do anything like that. I remember one of the worst assignments ever in school for me was the year that we had to do our family tree, and I hated it. I hated it because I felt like it wasn't my family tree. They weren't my blood relatives. My grandparents were my grandparents all the way through. They loved me. They treated me like their own, but their parents, their grandparents, their great-grandparents, all of that was not my family tree. And that was awful. I don't think that kids should be made to do that, especially now. My kids had to do the same thing. They didn't like it any better than I did. Especially our adopted son. He's like, this isn't right. I agreed with him. But what could I do? Tell him I had to do the same thing. Okay, so I think what I will do is I will glue the backgrounds down on the page so that they are stuck, because I know I'm going to keep those. Oops, I don't know where that just went. It just flew right out of my hand. Oh boy. Oh, and it's, oh, there it is. Okay, I was like, it's in the mess over here. I haven't had this upside down. But anyway, I am having a blast looking for all of this. Going through it. it's fun. I can see, I guess, I just never understood the, you know, why people love to go through their ancestry so much. I get it, I get it, I get it. I have one. I guess it was something I kind of avoided. And we never, I mean, I knew who my biological mom was, and I knew who my half-siblings are, but we never knew much about our mom, because she never told us much. But after I got my DNA done, then I was able to do some tracing and find out stuff, so that's been fun too, to answer questions that we never knew the answers to. I don't know why she didn't want us to know things, but she didn't. But we do now. Oh, this is going to be tight over here. Make sure I'm up where you can see. I forgot I did that. Okay. So now, my next question is, I know I don't want to add any people on there. Do I want to add a little person on there? I might want to. So let's get out my little people. My little people. I want to figure out where I can fit my paper here. I guess I'll just bring it right back over here. That's cute. I've got that cut out. That might look cute right there. Or right there. Yeah. Let's put it there. Okay. Let's get my little people out. And I will not fuss. We'll use the first one that fits. I'm telling me that. I have to tell myself that. I'm not fussing. The first one that works is the one I'm using. Because otherwise, I will go through the whole package, and then the whole package, and then it again. Okay. This fine. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, guys. I think he was playing bingo. Let's find somebody that could have been playing bingo. He looks like he's been at a wedding. Kids. Kid. He's awfully dressed up. Maybe he's sitting on the ticket. Hey, that's kind of cool looking. Maybe I don't need the grape soda. Okay, that works for me. Let's see, do I want before I put these up, I think I might want one on here. And that would be a kid. Let's see, a little boy. This little boy and his dog. Oh. I like him. Okay. Yep, that's it. All right. I think. I don't know. Nope, that doesn't work. I said I wasn't going to fuss, but I'm not quite happy with that. But I was happy with it. I may just have to be happy with it. Well, there's a lot more little girls in here than little boys, isn't there? What about this? Oh, I'm taking too much time on this. What about these little brothers? Oh, looks like he's setting though. That won't work. I can't make him set on there. Okay, little dude's gonna have to do. I think this little thing is throwing me off. I don't even remember what it is, but this little dude is gonna do with the little elephant. Yep, that made it all different, didn't it? If I had taken that little thing off there, I might have been happy a long time ago. Okay. Oh, I still got some in there, but we're not going to worry about it. We're just going to go with that because I like it now that I took that off of there. It was throwing me off. Okay. Now we need to get some labels. Grape soda on there. You might like some grape soda. Okay. Now I kind of feel like this one has labels. The New York and the Fuel. She kind of has a label. He's got a ticket. This one has this label thing here, but I could add more labels on it. We'll see what I find. Okay. So, let's add this little on here. That would look cute. This guy. Let's see. Oh, I've got some labels on this side too. We'll add this. I have no idea what it says, but I like the shape. Some of these are not wanting to come off of here. I used the wrong stuff when I did it. The wrong adhesive. When I did the first 2 pages, I used the wrong adhesive, and I didn't realize it. I know now, and I used the right adhesive now. For the rest of the book I did. I don't know if I have some other labels in here. I think I do, yes. This just makes it so much easier to go through here than going through a book after book after book, or package, you know. Here is a stamp. I could put a stamp on that one. I was going to, so we'll just put a stamp there. A stamp. Does that count as a label? I don't know if it does or not. It's got a label right there. Here's a label we could put on her. Nope, I don't like it there. Oh, here's a circus ticket. A circus ticket goes there. Yes. I don't need the London one there. We're gonna do the circus ticket. Put the London thing right there with him. Yeah, the circus ticket goes on that one for sure. That's for sure. I don't know. I think I like that one just the way it is. I don't know that I need something else on there except for some lace. I just don't. And I like that one. I don't know. I'm kind of a less is more kind of person sometimes. A lot of times. Yeah, let's see what we find in lace, and then we'll go from there. So I had some lace up here, but I've got a whole thing of lace behind me too. Yeah, let me get my lace. I'll put this over here away. And I'll get my lace bucket. This is my lace bucket. Okay. I'll have to sit on my legs to be able to see in this thing and see what I'm doing. Okay, now I want some darker stuff. Here's some of this. I get my pin cushion out to put the pins in. I think this one might go really good with this one right here. Just to put it right here and put her right there. And yes, that I like. So let's cut this off right about right here. And I like that. I got paper falling. Okay, that's good for there. Let's glue her down. Let's get one glued down. I don't have that inked up. Oh, this desk. Can't hardly function on it. And you can see this one. Yes. I know I can't see the other ones, but we'll do this one right now and then we'll work on the others. And I think I will use my glue gun and the lace. Glue gun. Come on. I want to cut the lace. I'm going to cut it so that it's fishtail like that. I better get it down there before my thing is. Oh, I didn't get it down in time. Okay. Now, she goes right here. So my tag, oops, let me get that back on the base so it'll goes right side up. Tag is going to go right. Make it go off a little bit. And go right there. And this tag, I might actually use glue, the hot glue, so that it can go over that lace and stick down. Woo! Got it on my finger. She's going to go like that. Okay, one. I'll probably put some pearls or something on there too. Okay, let me find some more lace in here that I think might go with something. That one might go with something. What might it go with? It looks awful big though. It's too big. It's the right coloring and the right style that I like for this stuff, but just too big. What else might I find? There's a pretty gray. You know, I got everything too masculine on here, didn't I? But that might look pretty coming out. Let's see. What if, let's sort this out so you can see. Get this one. What if this was underneath here? Nope, that's going to hide everything. Okay, put that back on there. We'll hide everything. And that needs a needle in it, or a pin in it. It doesn't have one, and it's flopping all around in there. Okay, back to the drawing board. What about this one for that? This maroon here? That might be cute, just wrapped around here. Keep it really gosh, it's bad. Oh goodness. Never dreamed this would be the hardest part of the whole thing. Oops, that's a bit. Lace is usually my easy fun part. That's usually the part I really love. But I don't usually do all this masculine stuff. I like this for right there, I think. I don't know what all this noise out in my drive is. I don't know what that noise is. Excuse me just a moment. Honey? Honey! My husband must have heard it and must be outside dealing with it. Because somebody is outside my window making a lot of noise. Yeah, I think that looks good right there. Okay, on with the finger. I may have just put this on the wrong way. I kind of think I did. It's on. Kind of. It's not on right there. Do I have a glue stick down here? I did have. I gotta grab a glue stick. I have a letter. I haven't had any October afternoon out for quite a while. I don't know where that letter came from. Okay, let's glue this down now. Sorry about that. My dog's hearing it now. Dog's like, something is going on. And look, I covered up where it said Maryland. I could have totally used the other one. Oh well, I didn't know. Okay, all my circus stuff is falling off. My wacky knocked it all off. Okay, now. Now for more. Now for more. Oh, look at this one. Will that go with something up here? It might go up there perfectly. It's like green and blue. Oh yes. Now where do I want that to go? I'm just going to snip off a little bit. Let's just snip a little bit off so we don't have to deal with all that hanging around. And that burgundy might go with that one. I'll leave that sitting right there. I'm sorry about the dog, guys. Mitzi, please stop! I don't know what is going on here. Usually nothing goes on at night here. Unless the family's here, but the family's not here, so I don't know what is going on. It is very noisy outside. Nobody lives in the house by us. On this side of us. I don't know what is going on. It's kind of, I don't know. And my dog, I mean, you know how often she barks if you watch my videos, like, what? Some of you probably don't even know I have one. That's how often she barks. I don't know what is going on. Okay, wait, he's facing that way. I just now realized that. Getting that in my hand. Mitzi, it's okay, honey. I like that. Okay. I need to go about right there. Sorry, I gotta readjust here for a minute. My legs are saying, you can't sit on me anymore. Done with that. Let's see if this will go with this one. Oh, I can't get the pin out though. Okay, that go there. Yeah, no, veto that. Veto. I might go with this one though. Look at the maroon in that. But that's got that red too, which I hated with that. Okay. Okay. Well, let's look. I gotta get this down here where I can. I'm just gonna pull some out. I'm gonna look. Get this thing off my finger. That's got a cool one on it. That'll probably work for one of them. some out now. Almost looked at every single one of them here. Okay, let's look at these. Okay, what about this one? This one right here. This is a pretty one, look at that. Now it was lace or trim, so that I think would look really cool right there. Yep, we're gonna do that one. I love this old one. I think it's actually like a, well, maybe it's not a binding. It doesn't, no, it's not a binding. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it was used for. I always thought it was a binding, but it doesn't come apart, so it can't be a binding. Okay. So let's, I'm going to glue this down. Just screw that up, don't I? To here. Okay, and then we're putting him on there. We're putting this one on there. Trying to see where everything is going. And this needs some backing around it. Just to get rid of that white. It's on there. And we have the circus ticket. And it's going to go under. Okay, so then this. That will go on top of everything. Okay, so let's get this down. There. Can go right there. Our little guy down, which she's all white on the edges too. I didn't quite get it taken care of, but it'll be okay. I didn't set that over far enough. That'll work right there. Okay, and then let's put this on. And how far does this go? Goes all the way across. Okay, so we're gonna put it right. Yikes. Put it right there. There we go. I had glue strings everywhere. Oh, it didn't glue down on this end. I don't think it glued down on much of it. I didn't get it down in time, did I? No idea what is going on out there. Okay, so then I was thinking for up here with this little dude, that I have this one, not this blue, this pink stuff. I have tried pinning this stuff every way I can think of, and it still comes loose somewhere. It is the craziest stuff. Okay, this stuff right here. This is cool stuff. What about putting it down here on the edge? I'll figure out how to cut it. There we go. It'll still come like it's unraveled though, no matter what I do. So we'll cut it right here. I don't know if I could take it and pull. Okay. I was going to pull this back and cut this one off. But then maybe I can glue that back up. That one off. Glue this one up. Ooh, that's a lot of glue. That's a lot of glue. Glue that one up. Glue that one up there. Now glue this one up there. Looks off kilter a little bit, but that's okay. Oh, okay, let's glue these guys down. Okay. Does this go across all the way? Yes. That there, down straight. Okay. Across here. Like that. And put that back on there. Glue our guy down. He's sitting on there. Put our bingo number down. Okay, now just this one. And I thought of this one right here. Somewhere in there. Okay, so I had this one going all kinds of wacky ways, didn't I? I don't think this is how I had it, but I think this is how I'm going to put it. So I could put this going right down there along that. Yeah, so let's cut it right there. And what we'll do is glue it. I think I cut way too much. I couldn't quite see what I was doing. We'll glue it along the edge of this. So, put a little bit of glue right there. And glue this. That's hot. I got glue where I don't want it. Okay, got that taken care of. Okay, cut it. I'll save that little scrap for something. Okay. Here. That off. I didn't use any of my cheesecloth or anything, did I? Oh well, I had it out. I didn't want you guys to have to wait for me. Oh, I was going to put this under here, wasn't I? Yeah, well, maybe it'll go back over here now. Oh, about, oh. I was going to say about glued the wrong side. This side, I like this side better. We're going to glue this side. They're the same, except for this side you barely see the dude. And on this side you see him a lot better. So we're going to do that side. Okay, put the stamp. We'll put the stamp, oh, we put the stamp right there. Okay, so then what she says you do, put the lid on that so I don't forget. My fabric scissors up so I don't use those, is you take and you cut these out. Cut them out, or you tear them. I think I like tearing better. You can cut them, but I think I would like, for the most part, I think I like torn better. Except I'm tearing towards me again. I don't know, my tearing kind of stinks tonight. I'm going to leave the others on there because I think it would be easier to store. And plus, when you're ready to use them, you can decide, do you want them torn or do you want them cut? You can also decide if your thumbs are hurting, if you're going to be able to tear right or not. But then you ink these up. And I think probably when I go to use this, I would probably put some pearls or something else on here too. Probably, depending on what I'm doing, if I would want pearls or if I would want some of those little rhinestone things on here, or what I would want on here. I'm sure that I would probably add a little bit more to this, just depending on what project I'm putting them on, or in, or, you know, my book that I'm doing. I'm sure there would be more that I would want to add to this, but this is my Scrapbusters project. So here's this one. And then here's this one. And this one. This one's kind of plain. I love that one. That one kind of came together real cute. And there's that one. So thank you for joining me today. I will have the link below for where you can find the Scrapbuster video for this and to Melina's channel. And I will be seeing you soon. You have a blessed day. Bye bye.